Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to college wrestling here in Columbia, Missouri. And oh, what a duel we have for you on the second day of 2024. Virginia Tech and Missouri. Virginia Tech comes in ranked number 11. Missouri ranked number 2 in the nation. This one should be a good one. Alongside Matt Manley, I'm Bo Bayman. Glad to be here at the Henson Center in Columbia for this duel that a lot of people are looking forward to, Matt. It should be a great one to kick off the new year.
Absolutely. You know, you said it, 2-11 right here, but a lot of highly contested matchups. And we're going to start it off here at 125 with a very highly contested matchup between Cooper Flynn and Noah Certain.
And Cooper Flynn kind of in a weird place because he's just 1-0. They're both undefeated, but Flynn was going to take the Olympic red shirt, but then decided, I'm not going to do that because his teammate got hurt, came back, and oh, by the way, only beat the number 1 wrestler in the country for his lone win. But as we've seen, Noah Certain, 9-0 on the season, and he's usually up to anything, isn't he?
Absolutely. He's having a heck of a year so far, starting hot out of the gate, and you said it, he's not afraid to let things fly. He's a big move type of guy, and let's see if he's got some tricks up his sleeve tonight.
As we mentioned, it was Flynn beating Nico Provo, who was ranked number 1 at the time, and that's Provo's only loss of the season. Certain in his 5th year here at Mizzou, off to the best start. He had a great win that we saw right here against Yuri Volk of Wyoming, and Volk was number 7 in the country at the time. It'll be Missouri wearing the black singlet with the gold Mizzou, and then it's the garnet for the Hokies tonight here at the Henson Center. A special start time of 5:30 local time, so everybody's gone back to work and then come to the Henson Center. It's pretty packed in here as this duel highly anticipated. And at 125, we are set to go. Our officials tonight, Josh Briscoe, the second official, Kevin Looper, and we are underway at 125.
And right away, Certain trying to punch on that underhook that he's so good with.
This is a big match for Noah Certain, I believe, just because he wants to show that he can make a move not only the whole year, but especially at the end of the year, Matt.
Absolutely. He'd love to show that he's consistent as Cooper Flynn in on a good single leg here.
He's in deep, and now Certain hopping around, and he takes him down. No points yet. Now give him 3. Flynn's got 3. Certain gets the escape for 1. A good shot early from Cooper Flynn.
Yeah, great job by Flynn there, staying patient, held position, got up to his feet, and took his time to finish that one clean for a 3-point takedown.
So 3-1 the score in favor of Flynn of Virginia Tech. This one should have some fireworks, and it's a great way to kick off this duel. As we mentioned, Certain 9-0 on the year, and has looked pretty dominant so far on the campaign.
Yeah, you know, he's picked up a lot of bonus points, as have many of the other Tigers in the team. And they're going to need some of that tonight, as this is slotted to be a close duel.
Yeah, and after the holidays, both teams wrestling for the first time in a while. Virginia Tech hasn't wrestled since December 17th. Missouri was the 21st against Illinois.
Flynn took a nice single leg there again, but that time Certain able to dig his underhook off that shot.
70 seconds to go here in the first as they go nearly out of bounds, and now they're out and they'll reset. 3-1 in favor of Flynn.
Good little throw by attempt there for Certain. I like what he's doing here. You know, he gave that takedown, but he really hasn't pulled his foot off the gas yet. And he's still going forward. He's still hand fighting tough. There's that underhook again. Flynn does a good job hand fighting out of that.
That had to be a hard decision for Flynn to, if Flynn's in on a shot again, gets the ankle of Certain. See what Certain does on the top. Certain goes up and over.
Yeah, Certain's got this ankle here. Needs to keep control of that ankle, but be ready to wrestle here.
As Flynn tries to come through.
And Flynn trying to put Certain in some danger here.
20 seconds. Certain on his back, but still nothing. And they'll stalemate it. I was going to say it had to be a tough decision for Flynn to give up an Olympic red shirt.
You know, I think him and his coaching staff kind of looked at it and, you know, 125 has been just chaos in the top 10 this year.
Yeah.
I think they saw that along with the injury of his teammate and said, you know what, I think this is best for you and the team.
It's go time. Yeah.
As anybody in the top 10 right now at 125 really has a shot to win it.
So Certain holds him off there. It's 3-1 Flynn after one period. There's Brian Smith, the head coach of the Missouri Tigers. In his 26th year, 329 victories at the University of Missouri. Certain's going to be on top here. Riding time not a factor, by the way, after the one takedown by Flynn. Certain returns Flynn to the mat. So he'll have to ride tough here.
And he's got a leg in here. This is where he wants to be. Flynn does a good job getting back to his feet, though.
Certain pulls him back down. Certain trying to roll him over to get some back points, but Flynn playing defense. Certain maybe getting a little high here, Matt.
Yeah, he's got that wrist underneath. He's pretty safe here.
There's a good reset.
Yeah. Now he's close. He's working on a tilt here.
Now can he come through with it? Noah Certain has, I think he's got it locked, doesn't he?
He's got it locked up. He's trying to bring him back, and he rolls through there.
And now Flynn was on his back. There is no count yet. That I saw, no count. Certain's going to have to do it again. He's got plenty of time. Certain goes for the roll. Flynn doesn't go with him.
Flynn holding onto the ankle underneath here. And I got to think they're maybe thinking about hitting him for stalling. Assistant Coach Brewer for Virginia Tech telling Flynn to elevate that ankle.
No stall warning yet, and Certain still wrestling. 30 seconds to go in the period. Certain still has that cradle locked, as Flynn's not doing much on the bottom. Certain tries to roll over, and he comes unglued. And now Flynn's on top.
And Certain's going to eat this stall call here. Needs to keep his hands locked. And there's the stalemate. Smart move there by Certain to take that one, though.
That's a stall warning. I believe the stall warning had to be on Certain, right?
Yeah, it was. So you see that ball and chain there by Certain. Was close to getting a count there. Only got one swipe, it looked like. Flynn did a good job of staying elevated there.
11 seconds to go here in the period. The riding time's at 1:44 for Certain. Certain and Flynn rolling through. Certain's on his back. Flynn's trying to get through there. And no call there. And that'll end the second.
Ooh, that was a close one there for both men.
Yeah.
While Flynn was on top of Certain there, didn't necessarily have control.
And then Certain pulled him over and had Flynn on his back for a second.
Yeah, got a swipe out of it.
But it's 3-1 in favor of Cooper Flynn as we go to the third. The riding time is 1:54 for Noah Certain. Certain will be down here. And that's going to be a caution against Flynn. The crowd here getting into this one now. Flynn will recover here. And we're wrestling in the third. Certain gets to his feet quickly. Flynn tries to return him, doesn't. And there's a stall warning. Oh, that was a stall warning, and he gave a point to Certain, obviously, for the escape. So each wrestler now with the stall call. Riding time is set at 1:44 for Certain. 3-2 the score now in favor of Cooper Flynn. Back on our feet and wrestling.
You see Certain there trying to dig that underhook again. Flynn really just doing what he's done this whole match so far. Not necessarily backing up, but holding ground, staying patient.
And looking for that ankle.
Yeah,
right?
it needs to get back to that single. I mean, he's gotten to it every time he's taken that shot.
1:05 to go in the third.
Shot from outside there. Certain threatened a pancake there. Certain really wants to go upper body here.
You can see the official talking to the wrestler saying, you better wrestle. 48 seconds to go. As they are near the edge, the riding time point is now Certain's. So in essence, it's 3-3. 35 to go in the third. Who will take that shot at the end of the match here? 25. They circle back to the middle. Now short time with 15. Certain drops to a knee. 10 now. Flynn pushes him off. And it looks like we're going to head to overtime here, Matt.
Yep, let's start the clock over. Now it's going to be a test here. Can Certain get to his underhook and get to a throw by or force an upper body position where he's good? Or can Flynn get back to that single leg, which he's been very successful with this match?
3-3 the score, the takedown from Flynn, both with the stall warning, don't forget. As we begin sudden victory 1.
Now Certain still going forward here, doing a good job. Needs to be careful though. Doesn't need to get caught reaching with his hands.
Flynn thought maybe he had an opening there. Certain still going forward. Flynn escapes out and backs up to the center. 1:20 to go. Both wrestlers looking for an opening. Flynn goes for it, but Certain catches him.
Now we're over under here, upper body toward the middle of the mat. Certain pressuring in, but Flynn has his hands locked.
1:01 to go.
Oh, here we go. And it's going to be Flynn.
And Flynn gets him on his back. That's a 3-point takedown, and he's got some swipes as well. Certain's going to try to roll out of this. Flynn's got him, and he's got him locked up. Certain trying to roll over, and he will. So that's going to be 4 points. It's going to be a takedown for 3, 4-point near fall. So it'll be a decision only at 10-3.
Yeah, great match there. You know, Flynn had his hands locked, and Certain kind of went for it there, a little inside trip attempt, and Flynn just took advantage of having his hands locked there and just bear hugged him to the mat. Nearly got the fall there, too.
Yeah.
That would have been huge for the Hokies.
And they were going for it on the side. The coaches were saying, try to pin him, try to get the fall for 6 points, but it's only 3 for Virginia Tech. But what a match at 125, and it really goes to what you were saying. 125 is wide open.
Absolutely. Anybody can win it. Now, this is going to be a good one here, Bo.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to 133. At 133, Sam Latona. And Latona comes in, ranked number 5 in the country, and he'll take on Cade Moore. There's Cade of the University of Missouri, and 133 was really open for Mizzou at the beginning of this year, and Moore has really taken it and run with it, hasn't he?
Yeah, you know, he's come out as the starter the last few times and picked up a couple of wins and shown that he can be the guy, he can be consistent, you know, especially for an underclassman. He's done a fantastic job of just going out there, stepping on the mat, and letting it fly. He's got a very unorthodox style, and that can be very successful, as we've shown before here at Mizzou. But you've got to do it consistently. And he's going to have a tall task tonight, Bo, against Latona.
Yeah, no question. Latona is a 2-time All-American. He's a 5th-year junior. We'll see what happens here, but just the eye test, Latona is so tall, and that is uncommon at 133.
Yeah, super tall, super lanky for Latona. You know, Moore, an average size 33-pounder. But Latona, as good as he is susceptible to being hit and big moves from time to time, or unorthodox moves, and that's something that Moore has all over his arsenal. So this is slated to be an interesting matchup here.
You're right about that. Moore 10-5 as a redshirt freshman in his career. But as we said, he really got put into the lineup early in the season and really hasn't given them any reason to take him out. What a start at 125 with Flynn winning in sudden victory 1. Moore goes for a shot, but Latona, again, so tall, able to play some pretty good defense there. Now Latona's in on a high crotch. And now Latona's going to take his time.
Good job of Latona there. Got that foot shelved up. Now he's on his feet. Stay patient here. Needs to climb up that leg.
Now he's to his feet. Standing position. Moore with a hand down. Now hopping near the edge, and Latona's going to pull him in toward the center. And now Moore does the splits and catches his head.
Latona went cradle there.
Still nothing. Moore holding on near the edge. Latona wants to pull him back in. He's still in control of that leg. 1:26 to go. Latona tries to reach for Moore's other leg. Doesn't happen as Moore does the splits again. Still 1:10 to go. Now Latona may have it. Running around, but Moore stays out of it.
Had that far hip for a second, but Moore just keeps going to that full split, and there Latona goes for the trip. Moore's going to step over.
Moore steps over and had him for a second. Still no points out of this. Latona goes for another trip. It doesn't happen. 43 seconds to go in the first. Still no score. Latona trying to come around. Taking his time now with 30. Moore tries to roll through. Can't.
Oh, he's going to step over.
Moore in control a little bit now. And now a takedown for Latona. He could not come through, could Moore.
Moore was so close there, stepping over and putting Latona in danger, but great job by Latona there, staying patient, so patient. I mean, he was on that shot for 2 minutes, though.
Yeah. And that's the way this first period will end. 3-0 in favor of Sam Latona. Let's take a look at this. You mentioned it, 2 minutes practically of hopping around for Moore.
Solid defense by Moore. You see him do the split here. He went to go for that step over, but just didn't get it. Got a little over-aggressive there, trying to tripod roll out of that one. And Latona able to get both legs.
And so we go back to action, and Moore's got Latona to get.
Moore was super close to getting 2 swipes there.
I think he got 1 3/4.
Had kind of a leg in, but ended up in kind of like a neck wrench situation there.
Latona started on bottom, and Moore had him on his back for a second.
And Moore, I think, has this ball and chain locked up here on top.
Let's see if Moore is patient now in this period.
Nope, he's going to pull the arm out and try to go guillotine here. Let's see if he can get it.
Moore still wrestling on the top. Tries to roll Latona over. Doesn't happen.
He's got him broke down flat. I think he's got that arm out.
I don't know. The crowd wants stalling, obviously. The bench is going crazy over on the Missouri side. Now Latona trying to roll out of this. Now he's on his back, and Moore's on top of him. And there's
4 swipes, Bo. 4 swipes for Moore. And he's close to a fall here.
Moore's in control. Here at 133, Latona trying to get out of there. Moore really in control now. And
there it is.
with the ball at
Moore, big time, Bo. We said it. He was capable of chaotic, unorthodox moves, and you saw it right there. Hits him with a little chin whip from the top, steps over, and picks up the fall. That's a huge win for the Tigers and a huge win for Cade Moore.
Cade Moore at 4:31 with the fall. Comes through right here. Had Latona in trouble. He was really vulnerable, and then it got better and better for Cade Moore. Just totally stays in control here, Matt.
What a move, what a fall there for the freshman here at home, and absolutely just blows the roof off the Henson here. And what a momentum swing. You see Greg Warren there, the honorary coach, just going nuts. They love it.
The whole bench over there went absolutely crazy, including Brian Smith. A huge win at 133 by fall. The Tigers now lead the duel 6-3.
And that's huge for this dual meet, Bo. You know, the Tigers were not favored in that matchup. That was definitely a 3, if not a 4-point advantage probably on paper for Virginia Tech. And for Moore to pick up the fall there, that is absolutely huge for this dual meet for the Tigers.
Wow, this place was electric. As Cade Moore finishes it off at 133, let's move to 141. For Brian Smith, it'll be 19th ranked Josh Edmond. Edmond will take on Tom Crook. Crook will go for the Hokies tonight at 141. And Edmond is one of those guys who just is tactically really, really fast, really, really strong, and gets things done.
Yeah, you know, he's a guy who really has been pretty consistent throughout his career, but just hasn't been able to win the biggest matchups. I think that's something he's trying to prove this year. You know, has a couple of losses, but in those losses, you know, showed a lot of effort and showed he was right there and could have easily won the matches. So let's see what he's got here tonight against Tom Crook, who himself is no slouch. He's a pretty tough opponent.
And as you mentioned, Edmond, who was a national qualifier, is trying to put it together against those upper-ranked wrestlers that he faces. He's been electric here in the Hearn Center as Crook goes in. Edmond tries a throw by, it doesn't work, and we'll reset.
Crook so far with that collar tie. Edmond with the over tie there. Edmond really likes to wrestle from space or upper body if he can get in that over and under position.
.141 has been kind of an open spot for the Hokies. They've wrestled at least 3 wrestlers at that weight this year in the starting lineup. Mac Church has been in there. I believe the other one is Hunter Mason. He's been in there. Tonight it's Tom Crook. Halfway through the first, no score. And now if you're Virginia Tech, after what happened at 133, in order to win this duel, you got to come up with something where you're the underdog. And I would think that Edmond would be the favorite in this one.
Yeah, on paper, I would say Edmond definitely the favorite here. If you're Virginia Tech, just needs to take it one match at a time. But like you said, got to capitalize where you can, score those bonus points, pick up a major here and there, and claw their way back into this.
No score yet. 50 seconds to go. A sudden victory won for Cooper Flynn. Now Edmond's in. And he flips Crook over and gets the takedown for 3. What a move by Edmond as Crook escapes.
Big double leg there by Edmond. Looked like Crook maybe tried to roll underneath there. And Edmond able to just plant him for that takedown.
And we mentioned it. It shows his strength. Edmond is strong. And if you try to test that, he can plant you like that.
Crook still going forward, though. Back in that collar tie. Is looking for a post, it looks like, on that left side. But Edmond in good position, has that elbow down.
Short time. 3-1 Edmond. That's how we'll finish period number 1. Here's a look at the takedown. Boy, he was in deep and then just flipped him right over. And really give Crook credit for getting out of that.
Yeah, no, he was trying there. Get a little false start here.
I think it was a time at the table issue, not necessarily a false start. As Edmond will choose down to start the second. And he's up quickly, tries to get out. He does, escapes. 4-1 Edmond now.
A little slide-by attempt there for Edmond. Off Crook's collar tie. There's an ankle pick for Crook.
Crook with a great move. And now Edmond's playing defense, and now he goes on the attack. And re-attacks. He gets the takedown for 3, and then the escape for Crook. It's 7-2. Boy, Crook was in good on that ankle.
Yeah, good chain wrestling there by Edmond. Crook very close to getting both ankles. Edmond, used a hip wizard to get out of that. Body lock here for Edmond.
They're going to go out of bounds.
But wizard for Edmond. Looks like Edmond might have hit his head here going out of bounds.
I think so, too. Let's see. Nope, he's getting up right near the edge, and we've talked about it all season long. The octagon mat is really cool here at Mizzou, but it's also really short. The out of bounds or the just outside the circle is not very deep.
Yeah, it's right at that 5-foot legal boundary.
And so we've seen it numerous times where it's been off the mat entirely. Oh, there's a good move by Crook, and he'll get a 3-point takedown. Makes it 7-5. And now we'll see what Crook can do on top.
Edmond looks like he might be a little dazed out there still from hitting his head on the floor, as he's flat now.
Edmond trying to get up, gets to his feet. Will Crook let him out? No, but Edmond coming back and trying to reverse things.
Double overs, throw for Edmond.
Nothing happening. Crook goes for a takedown, and he'll get it. It's 8-8. 25 seconds to go in the second.
I like the aggressiveness by Edmond there, but has to keep wrestling. Good job by Crook there. Really just drop back in that double leg. Short, easy finish there.
Crook with a huge counter. Now 10 seconds to go. Riding time is in Crook's favor, and it's at 50 seconds. He's going to have nearly 54 seconds of riding time as we go to the third.
Looks like some blood time here for Crook. Chance for Edmond to catch his breath here.
Take a look at this takedown. It looked like Edmond had him. He slipped out just barely, and then Crook takes real good advantage there, Matt.
Yeah, caught Edmond just reaching, coming off that tie up there, and just dropped right in on that little duck under double leg there.
They are looking at Crook a little bit, and they're cleaning up the mat as well. We go to the third, and Edmond will be on top. Again, we are tied 8-8. So Crook with an escape right there, and he takes the lead 9-8. Tom Crook leads Josh Edmond 9-8 here with 1:50 to go in the third. And we'll see which wrestler has more left in the tank. Crook, as you mentioned, Matt, still going forward a lot.
Yeah, he's doing a good job being consistent here. Going forward, getting that collar tie. Edmond really likes to wrestle from space or the upper body that we saw.
1:20 to go. Now 1:10. They're going to try to reset here. They do a little bit. Still 9-8 in favor of Crook. 1 minute to go here at 141. Crook fakes a shot.
There's
a stall warning against Edmond. Just his first warning. Edmond trying to go forward now, 45 seconds. Tom Crook trying to pull a stunner here at 141.
Little half shot there by Edmond. Needs to put a couple shots together here, though. Short time.
30 seconds.
He's looking for that one perfect double leg here, but sometimes you just got to force it and go. There's
now
a shot.
20. There's a shot by Crook. Edmond catches it. Now 15 to go. Can Edmond get it at the buzzer? Crook running around. 10 seconds. And it's not going to happen for Josh Edmond, as Tom Crook is going to pull off the upset and win it 9-8. And we are tied in this duel 6-6.
Big upset win there for the Hokies. Knots up the team score. And just like that, picking up a win where they weren't favored, you know, they're back in things here. They need to keep at that and start picking up some bonus points, which they can here with Caleb Henson, who's an absolute stud for the Hokies.
Yeah, Caleb Henson, 17-1 on the year. He will wrestle at 149 against Logan Joffrey, as they are doing some cleanup on the mat, as you can see. I think that Crook had maybe a split lip or something, Matt. And that's what they're cleaning up now. But through 3 matches, we've had a sudden victory win, we've had an upset fall, and then we've had a 1-point win, and we're all tied up in the team score 6-6.
Great action here, as you said, by both teams. The Hokies really need Henson to pick up a major here, which he can do and is definitely capable of. But Logan Joffrey is pretty dang tough, Bo. He's difficult to score on. So let's see what Henson can do here for the Hokies.
Against Logan Joffrey. Joffrey comes in, as we mentioned, at 4-3. He's 2-1 in his last 3. One was sudden victory win, one was a sudden victory loss. That was against Cannon Webster of Illinois, where it was 1-1 and he lost 4-1 in sudden victory. That was on December 21st. So Joffrey comes in. He was 2-2 and then started on a little bit of a hot streak. But he's taking on 17-1 Caleb Henson. And Henson, his only loss, if I'm not mistaken, is to the top-ranked wrestler. They'll go out of bounds. That was close to a 3-point takedown by Henson, but I think Henson's only loss is to the top-ranked wrestler at 149.
Yeah, but believe you're right there. And Henson went for like a knee pick off Joffrey's shot. Henson with a body lock. Joffrey gonna go throw.
That's a 3-point takedown. As Henson gets the takedown, Joffrey was locked up in that body lock and then escaped out of that to merely take the 3. This is where Henson can be so tough on top.
Yeah, he's definitely dangerous there. Going for a claw ride. Joffrey holding position here, trying to hand fight.
Trying to get to his feet, does for a second, and then he's returned by Henson. Couple of swipes there as Joffrey's trying to build back up, but every time he does, Henson's back in on his leg. Joffrey goes out of bounds. Here's a look at that takedown. It looked like Joffrey might be on his back for a second.
Yeah, Henson got the corner there and went to that body lock and kind of had Joffrey, and Joffrey let it fly a little bit there, took a chance, trying to go for that double overs throw, but Henson did a good job, just planted him, picked up that takedown.
Riding time's over a minute now. 1:15 to go in the period. 3-0 in favor of Henson. And Joffrey hasn't had much from the bottom. He's been to his feet a couple of times, but just hasn't been able to even come close to trying to escape.
No, and Henson with this bar arm here. Let's see if he can get that wrist and work on getting some swipes here.
Still 35 seconds to go in the period. Ooh, he almost had Joffrey there. Joffrey trying to get to his feet again. He does. Can Joffrey throw him? Nope, they'll go out of bounds. They'll reset with 23 seconds. Again, the score just 3-0 in favor of Henson. But he's got a lot of riding time, over 2 minutes already. Joffrey to his feet. Joffrey nearly out, but he's out of bounds instead. There was a warning on Henson. It's his first. He got the stall call, 7 seconds to go. 2:16 of riding time right now. And the first period's going to come to an end right there. Impressive by Henson. Caleb Henson with 2:22 of riding time after a single takedown. He rode out Joffrey, and now Joffrey chooses down, and this is going to be an optional start by Henson, which might be a little bit of a gift for Joffrey, only because I think he was using all of his energy to try to get up from the bottom, but you figure that wanting another takedown is Henson.
Nice little fake there by Joffrey. Had Henson really bite on that one, but now Henson back to being the aggressor. Nice elbow control here.
And Joffrey trying to do anything he can to reverse fortune. At 149. Henson's only loss, as we mentioned, a 4-3 loss to number 1 Ridge Lovett in the Cliff Keen finals. Wouldn't surprise me if you saw Henson make a run at the national tourney.
Yeah, I could definitely see him being a finalist, you know.
Joffrey takes a shot, but Henson's there to catch an ankle. Joffrey trying to come over. 35 to go here in this period. Joffrey trying to hang on, trying to get through.
And Henson still has this ankle deep here, but Joffrey was pretty close, but Henson just too deep with that far ankle there. Great scrambling by Joffrey there to give himself an opportunity.
So it's 3-1 still in favor of Caleb Henson.
Little hands in the face there. We'll talk about it. Restart here.
12 seconds to go in the second period. The riding time at 2:24. So in essence, it's really 4-1. That'll be the way we end period number 2 at 149. 3-1 in favor of Henson. Henson will lock up the riding time point pretty quickly here in the third. Joffrey covers. And let's see what Henson does. It almost looked like Joffrey wanted to start optional, didn't it?
Yeah, you know, he needs to pick up a couple takedowns to get back into this one. But you got to keep Henson honest in the bottom there. You know, you never know what can happen.
There's an escape, so it's 4-1. The riding time went down to 2:10, by the way. We'll let you know when that riding time point is locked, which will happen in about 20 seconds. Joffrey. Oh, now an ankle there by Henson, and they're back just holding on again. Joffrey can't do much. Now can he get through there?
He does. He needs to elevate this leg here.
If he can get his leg out, if Joffrey keeps wrestling. By the way, the riding time point is locked up. Now coming through is Henson. Holding on is Joffrey. They're holding on to each other's legs. No points yet. Can Joffrey get through there? He's continuing to wrestle, and
there
there's
it
a
is.
takedown. Takedown for 3 to tie it 4-4.
And Mizzou signaling for Joffrey to cut him loose. He needs another one.
They'll go out of bounds. They'll start neutral.
And Henson, a little slow coming back to the center. There's the escape.
5-4 Henson, 36 seconds to go. Joffrey with that takedown. And now can he get another one? Again, the riding time is Henson's, now 25. The crowd at the Hearn Center encouraging Logan Joffrey to go for a shot. 15. Joffrey needs to shoot. Now 10 seconds. Joffrey knows he needs to go. He tries to go, but Henson's there to catch him. And that'll be it. Caleb Henson's going to win this one by the score of 6-4, but not the bonus points that they thought they'd get at 149.
A great comeback there by Joffrey, just short. But great job putting himself in the match against the number 2 ranked wrestler in Caleb Henson.
Virginia Tech now leads this duel 9-6. As we head to 157, and 157 we want to talk about just because this might be the match of the night, Matt.
Yeah, there's going to be some fireworks here. Brock Mahler for the Tigers.
There you see Brock. Brock comes in at a perfect 8-0 on the season. He's been scoring points from everywhere. And he'll take on Bryce Andonian. Andonian ranked number 8 in the country. And Mahler, if I'm not mistaken, beat him in the 2021 NCAA's 8-3, the score there. By the way, Virginia Tech beat Missouri last year in a duel. That was in December of 2022. So Missouri remembers that. But here, this is why Virginia Tech is so tough. Here it is. Through 4 matches, 9-6 in favor of Virginia Tech, and they've won 3 of the 4.
This one here, Bo, this is a real clash of styles here. You know, Brock Mahler, very strict position, very good scrambler, but very, you know, to a T technique-wise. You know, doesn't really do anything super unorthodox. You know, very consistent. Versus Bryce Andonian, you see there. Everything is unorthodox.
Yep.
Everything is the kitchen sink. Really nothing textbook or, you know, how you practice it in the room. So this one should be some fireworks here at 157.
Both of these guys 2-time All-Americans, and right away Andonian goes after Mahler right off the whistle, and Mahler fights him off. Boy, it looked like Andonian was in early. He goes again for that leg, and he's got it.
Andonian being super aggressive here, but I will say Andonian does have a history of getting a little bit tired out there, and it's cost him in some big matches.
Now he's just holding on as Mahler tries to flip through here. Andonian comes around, no score yet. Now he tries to get Mauler to the mat. He does and gets the takedown for 3. It's 3-0 Andonian. Andonian's aggressiveness pays off early. Mauler tries to reverse things here, and he'll get the escape.
And Mauler looking maybe cow catcher snake here. Let's see if he can do it. Turns into a little drag here, nice. Backside.
Trying to go through was Andonian.
And Mauler's got a turn here.
There's the takedown, 4-3 in favor of Mauler.
And he's got this elbow trapped here. Let's see if he can pick up some near fall.
He's trying to work the legs. He's got plenty of time to do it. With 90 seconds still to go in the first, Mauler, a clinician, will try to take his time and get Andonian in a prone position, although Andonian has built a little bit to his knees here.
And Andonian, like you said, getting to his knees, but really not putting a ton of effort toward getting out. And he kind of does that in his wrestling. You know, it takes a lot of energy for him to hit those big moves. He kind of will take breaks and kind of conserve energy.
Now Mauler trying to roll through there and put Andonian on his back. It didn't happen. 50 seconds to go. Mauler still in control on the top. And there's the escape for Andonian. 4-4 the score. Riding time in favor of Mauler, but just at 49 seconds. 35 to go in the first. An eventful first at 157.
Mauler with the collar tie here. Let's see if he can get to his drag or his double leg that have been unstoppable so far this year.
Andonian, another one of these big wrestlers, just tall. Lanky's got a real good reach. 10 seconds to go in the first. Short time now. And that's the way the first will end. 4-4 after a very eventful first period, Matt.
Absolutely, and it's been fireworks, like you said, Bo. Here's that single leg from Mauler. Does a good job, just chased it down. Andonian tries to roll through it there, but Mauler already had that ankle hooked. Great job finishing that one.
Mauler chose down. Andonian covers him up. Mauler's out in just about 5 seconds to take a 5-4 lead. Andonian was aggressive early, and it paid off in a takedown. Mauler took his time and got a takedown of his own. Now with the escape to start this period, Brock Mauler leads at 5-4.
And if you're Mauler here, you've got to pressure in here. You can't let Andonian take breaks. You've got to keep him honest. There's a shot by Andonian.
Andonian with the shot, and he fell off to the right, his right, and Mauler was unable to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Mauler stuffed that shot really hard.
Yeah, almost too hard. There's a shot by Andonian as he goes for the ankle. Mauler grabs the ankle conversely. Andonian trying to come through. He can't. Mauler trying to come through the backside. Still no points.
Mauler is so good in this position. You know, he scores 9 times out of 10 probably on his opponent's shots, especially a single leg. But Andonian so long here, doing a good job holding on.
Now stalemate it. With 36 seconds to go back to the middle. And Andonian quick on an ankle again. Mauler rolls through. Mauler tries to get Andonian down. And they're gonna call dangerous situation and give a point to Andonian.
Yeah, they're gonna say a little illegal trip there by Mauler to the knee of Andonian.
It looked like Virginia Tech was about to throw the brick anyway when the official called it, our official Josh Briscoe. So now 15 seconds to go in the second, 5-5 the score, and that's big because you have to think Andonian's going to start on the bottom in the third.
Yeah, it's going to be a crucial beginning to this third. If Mahler can ride him, for that 16 seconds, he'll pick up riding time and essentially tie things up if Andonian gets the escape.
It's Andonian's choice. And he's looking over, and he's
going to go neutral.
There you go. So we start the third neutral. Andonian and Mahler. Andonian's had the better shots here, Matt.
Yeah, he hit a beautiful little post to that shot a second ago. Let's see if he can keep it up.
20 seconds into the third period, still tied at 5. Riding time not a factor right now. Number 8, Bryce Andonian of Virginia Tech. Number 5, Brock Mahler of Missouri at 157. Who will make the move?
Mahler pressuring in here, hand fighting, looking for his drag. Great fakes by Andonian here.
There's a shot by Andonian. Mahler catches him, tries to get in on the leg, does. Rolling through is Andonian. Mahler's on his back. It's a 3 points for Andonian. Andonian back on top of Mahler. What action here. And now it's a reversal for 2. The red brick has been thrown. With 53 seconds to go, Virginia Tech throws the brick.
I don't know if I would have thrown that if I'm Tech. I think they're thinking he had near fall, but I don't know. I think they may even, let's take another look here. Great action by both men. You see Andonian roll him through here. They called 3, and then in the action, it looked like the referee almost waved it off.
And then a 2-point reversal. This is going to be interesting. The officials are talking to one another. That's Josh Briscoe and Kevin Looper. I think they'll talk it over before they go to the video. Both coaches are being summoned.
And they're going to give the brick back and say, we're just going to review it. Take another look here. Andonian tries to fly behind him. Great job.
Yep, you're right. This is an official's review.
I don't know. I think they got it right the first time. I think it was 3-2 for Andonian.
And this could now turn into a break for Andonian, right?
Yeah, absolutely. With 53 seconds to go, it's a lot of time. If the call stands, Mahler has 40 seconds of riding time.
The score as it stands right now is Andonian leads 8-7. The other thing is, for both of these guys, this is quite a break.
Yeah, absolutely. So if it stands, Mahler's kind of got a choice to make. Do you try to ride him out the 53 seconds, which I think he can do. Pick up the riding time, go to overtime.
Boy, oh boy, just great action here. And it looked like Mahler had Andonian right there. And there's never an escape, so it's a reversal. And not a escape/takedown.
And maybe that's, maybe they thought they had, near fall, the Hokies. And maybe they just threw the brick to get a break. It's a real technique that happens out there.
Again, it would be 8-7 as it stands for Andonian. This is a huge match in this duel. Hokies lead the duel 9-6 as we're in the 5th match. We'll hit intermission after this one. Officials are now talking it over with one another. And they're going to come over and we'll listen to the announcement and let you know. I think they're going to say it stands. 3-point and then a reversal. Yep.
And it looks like Mahler's going to go optional start here.
Because he knows he's Got to have a takedown. So it's 8-7. Mauler goes optional. Now it's 9-7. Andonian goes in. Mauler trying to get behind him. Does. Is in on a leg. He's got to finish it. Still 40 seconds to go. Mauler gets behind. He'll get the takedown for 3. Andonian trying to escape again. He does, and we're tied at 10. We are tied at 10. 25 seconds to go. Now 20. Mauler got the takedown. Andonian got the escape. The riding time not a factor. Now 10 seconds.
Mauler controlling this wrist here.
Andonian,
good shot by Andonian.
In on the ankle. Can he finish it? Can Mauler finish? Can Andonian finish with 2, 1, no points? A 3-point takedown by Andonian at the buzzer.
Doesn't look like Mizzou's going to challenge it. I think he did have it there. Very close, and very close call. Very great finish there, Bo, at an action-packed 157-pound match here.
There's the takedown that gave Mauler a quick lead, 10-9, but here's at the end. Mauler is in control. I should say Andonian's in control of Mauler right in the last couple of seconds to win that one. Well, what a start we've had in the first 5 matches. Virginia Tech leads at 12-6. We'll have a 10-minute intermission right now to catch our breath. We'll be back with 165 right here from the Hearn Center. You're watching college wrestling on FloWrestling.
Wake your bodies up. Wake your bodies up. Wake your bodies up. Wake your bodies up. Start running. Nope, we're starting to crack the door again. Wake your bodies up. Wake your bodies up. If you can't run a sub-6 mile, you're athletic. Hey, let's go, guys. Get that one more in. Come on, Noah. You're not hurt. You're not hurt. Mentally tough people don't get hurt. Jeremy's favorite workout song, Superfly. My name's Ellis. My favorite workout song is Through the Wire by Kanye West.
My name is Elam, and my favorite song to work out to is Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue by Toby Keith.
All right, we're getting ready for the last 6 seconds of halftime. So let's get loud. Our boys are going to throw some t-shirts at you. All right, Tiger Fans, we're getting ready to start this second half, I think. Pay your attention up on the video board. Our wrestlers will show you how they want to see you react after a big takedown here at Hearn. 2, 3.
I know, that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
2. All right, ready? Yes. 3. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's called the yell when the fat well in your mouth. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yes, we heard the night like no light. There's no hope, it's great. Back in the home, yes, yes. Listen to the track. At 165 pounds for Virginia Tech, Brady and a sophomore from Heartland, Wisconsin, national.
Welcome back to the Hearn Center. It is Virginia Tech leading this duel against Missouri 12-6. We pick up the second half of the duel at 165 pounds. That's number 24, Connor Brady, a 3-time national qualifier for Virginia Tech, taking on number 1 Keegan O'Toole, the defending national champ for the Missouri Tigers, undefeated so far this season at 9-0. And it's Brady who's got the neck of O'Toole here. And again, of the first 5 matches, Virginia Tech has won 4 of them. O'Toole Thought about going after a leg there. Sets up his shot so well and can score from anywhere.
You know, O'Toole's really been on a tear this year. I mean, has he had a match yet, Bo, where he hasn't scored bonus points?
Let's see. Yes, and that was the one against where he wrestled up against Ruth of Illinois. That was at 174. In on a leg is O'Toole.
Good job shelving it here. Going to come up to his feet. Trip. Still in on it. Brings it back to the center.
In really deep.
Big trip, and there's the takedown.
3 points for O'Toole, who probably knows, Matt, and, you know, with the intermission right before his match, he knows he's got to score bonus here.
Yep, the team definitely counting on him to, like you said, score some bonus and get them back in this duel.
Brady, by the way, lost to O'Toole last year, but it was just by decision. Here's a look at that takedown. Just a trip, and he was in so deep on the leg that really Brady had nowhere to go but down.
Optional start here for O'Toole. Going to go out front as Brady comes up and gets the escape.
Makes it 3-1. O'Toole searching for more takedowns. 1 minute to go in the first. Keegan O'Toole at 165, leading 3-1.
Brady hand fighting here. O'Toole trying to catch the wrists of Brady. There's a little
shot by Brady, but O'Toole catches him. Now O'Toole trying to dig in with 35 to go. Snaps him back to the mat. He's trying to get that cradle. Now he's trying to get a takedown, which he gets. There's the takedown for 3. He takes a peek at the clock to see there's 20 seconds to go. And so I think he's going to try to work some back points here in the final 13 if he can, but he knows he just doesn't want to give up the easy escape. He's not going to do it. 5 seconds left. And that'll end the first. Keegan O'Toole leads at 6-1. His riding time just shy of 50 seconds.
Looks like Brady gonna start down in the second here.
See if O'Toole tries to ride him for this, 10 seconds to get that point, or if he goes optional. Nope, he's going optional. So there's the escape. Makes it 6-2. O'Toole goes for the shot. Brady catches him. And sometimes O'Toole goes for that shot knowing he's not going to get there to try to get into a position like this.
Yep, he definitely can work from underneath in that front headlock there.
Brady lets him go.
Nice duck under attempt there for O'Toole.
Tries for the ankle, doesn't get it as Brady's got him in a headlock again. O'Toole continues to go forward. Brady trying to keep him at arm's length. O'Toole, now a warning on Brady, and O'Toole with the takedown.
Yeah, beautiful chain wrestling there by O'Toole. Went duck under and then dropped in on what looked like an ankle pick there, and just able to get to both ankles of Brady.
Yeah, take a look at this. Just comes around, got one, got 2 really quickly after the stall warning. The riding time, by the way, just shy of 58 seconds. So it goes over a minute. And still in control is O'Toole. Now they'll give the escape. So the riding time's at 106. The score is 9-3 in favor of O'Toole with 50 seconds to go in the second period. There's a shot by Brady. And then he didn't finish it. He sort of came out of it as soon as O'Toole decided to play a little defense.
Yeah, O'Toole stuffed there and was looking re-attack. But Brady held pretty good position. Now we're back in the front headlock.
30 seconds to go. They'll stalemate it with 22. They go back to the middle of the mat. O'Toole goes forward again. He's in on a leg, and there's another takedown. And now O'Toole wants to get some near fall points, but he's got only 7 seconds to do it. And so the second period's going to end with Keegan O'Toole leading 12-3. We go to the third, O'Toole up 12-3. Here's a look at that last takedown. In deep on that knee. Moves the ankle, and Brady knows that he has to turn around.
Great shot from outside there by O'Toole.
Keegan up to his legs already. He'll get the escape point, makes it 13-3. Riding time still at 1:14. There's a shot by Brady, but O'Toole gets him, gets the takedown. There's the escape, 16-4.
One more takedown will do it, Bo.
They'll go out of bounds and go back to the middle. There's going to be a point for O'Toole as another stall call against Brady. That's his second, so it's 17-4. Let's see what O'Toole does here in the final 120. O'Toole trying to get over the top as Brady's just trying to hold on. And O'Toole from this position would love to get some near fall points.
He can definitely cradle from here, and he's close, elevates, and Brady just going to bail out for the takedown there.
Probably smart. And that'll be the final. Keegan O'Toole at 165 wins it 20-4. And Keegan O'Toole gets 5 points for the Missouri Tigers, and they're right back in it at 12-11.
Let's look at that final takedown here. O'Toole looking for that cradle, but Brady, smart for the team, just going to bail out, save the extra point, just took the technical fall there.
And there you see why he's number one for a reason at 165. Keegan O'Toole goes to work and scores 20 points like it's nothing. So let's move to 174 pounds. And at 174, that's Mekhi Lewis. Seems like Mekhi Lewis has been around forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's so good. Ranked number 2. And he's going to take on James Conway. Usually this spot would be Peyton Mako's for Missouri, and Lewis and Mako have had a couple of great matches. But when we were here, let's see, little bit, I guess it's just over 2 weeks ago, Mako was injured, had a high ankle sprain. They were hoping to have him back for tonight. He's just not ready to go. And so it's going to be James Conway here at 174.
The Tigers looking for Conway to keep things close here if he can, which is going to be a tall task against the former national champion in Mekhi Lewis.
Mekhi Lewis comes in with all the accolades, and why not? He is just an outstanding, outstanding wrestler. And like I said, we've seen him so many times. And he and Mako have had some really great battles, including last year and one that Lewis won. And Conway, the freshman from Indiana, will try to stand tall here for Mizzou at 174.
Conway controlling wrists here.
Mekhi Lewis won in tiebreakers in 2021 against Mako, and then 3-2 last year.
Good little high single attempt there for Conway. Lewis staying patient, but pressuring in.
Lewis, so strong as a wrestler. Takes his time, looks for his opening. and then is lightning quick to finish.
He's really looking for like a duck under a throw by on that right side, but Conway's done a good job keeping his elbow down.
Double leg takedown there for Lewis, and now Conway's in trouble on his back. There was one swipe that I saw. Now more swipes on the near fall, and that's going to be a 4-point that the official is holding. Lewis came in with the double leg. Conway trying to break through and does return to his stomach. Lewis came strong and nearly had Conway, and he had him on his back, but nearly got the fall. As the riding time builds and builds, still 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the first period, 7-0 in favor of Lewis. And now Conway's got to start wrestling from the bottom.
Yeah, but he needs to work on getting his arm back here as Lewis.
Lewis rolls him over, and Conway, can he get back to his stomach? He does, but it's 4 more points for Mekhi Lewis. He leads at 11-0, and 1 more of those, and this is over, Matt.
Let's see if he can get back to it. He's got that wrist.
He's trying to break Conway down. Mekhi Lewis with 30 seconds to go in the first. Conway trying to wrestle from the bottom. Conway gets his arms out anyway. And now short time. Can Lewis roll him over again? He can't. That's going to be the end of the first. Mekhi Lewis with a double leg shot that he turns into 11 points here in the first.
Great double leg here by Lewis. Gets his head through there. Just snatches Conway up there. And a great job by Lewis here. He stays in that position, capitalizes on it, gets the wrist of Conway, picks up a big
digging.
4 there. Yeah.
Optional start for Lewis, who gets the escape. Makes it 12-0. And so now a takedown by Lewis, and that would be a tech fall. Lewis goes in on the double leg again. Conway catches him this time, but Lewis trying to hold through, and they'll break. Lewis coming forward. Lewis, by the way, riding time at 1:46. There's a warning against Conway, and now Lewis is in on a leg. Conway catches him, but now there's a takedown for 3, and that's going to do it. It'll be a tech fall for Mekhi Lewis at 174 pounds. He wins it 15-0, and he gets the 5 points right back for the Hokies. And it's now 17-11 in favor of Virginia Tech. Lewis just did what he needed to do right there, and I guess if you're Conway, you didn't give up the fall.
Yeah, you know, save the point. Better than a forfeit. You know, a tall task, though. You got a freshman going up against, you know, up a weight and up against a former national champ, you know. Can't hold anything against him for that. But Mekhi Lewis definitely went out there and did what he needed to do to get the Hokies back into this one.
Hokies lead at 17-11. We have 3 matches left. And really, Missouri's going to need all 3, Matt. It starts with Clayton Whiting. You see him right there at 184 pounds. And he will wrestle against Cody Howard. Cody Howard going for the Hokies.
And Howard is all kinds of taped up, Bo.
Yeah, he is.
See an elbow, 2 wrists there, and
knee brace. Whiting is 6-1 on the season. His only loss was to Sam Wolf of Air Force. And that was in sudden victory in something that we saw, Matt, right here.
Yeah, you know, and Wolf did a great job in that matchup of hand fighting really well with Whiting and really just hanging in there and not letting Whiting, you know, really use his strength against him. Whiting has really shown in those 6 wins that his strength is definitely his biggest attribute. And let's see if he can put it to work here today against Howard.
Yeah, you're right about Howard. All sorts of taped up. 1 wrist, 1 hand, 1 elbow, and a knee brace. And usually Sam Fisher goes in this spot, Whiting in on a leg early on. Hasn't finished it yet, but as you mentioned, trying to use his strength. Howard trying to grab onto the ankle of Whiting. Whiting needs to continue to roll forward, but now Howard is on top.
Whiting needs to elevate here, get his head up. There he goes. Howard doing a good job on the backside there, controlling ankles.
No points yet. Let's see if they continue to wrestle or they'll stalemate this.
Whiting needs to swim that left arm over there and turn in, or pressure back and try to put Howard in some danger here.
Howard moves his leg, and so Whiting's still in on that original leg. Interesting there.
Yeah, now in on a standing single.
Trying to trip, does, but Howard goes to the splits as they're near the edge. Whiting's going to try it again. Tries the trip and gets the 3 near the edge. And they'll go out of bounds, but that's 3 points for Clayton Whiting. Very patient near the edge here, Matt.
Yep, did a good job there. Shelves it up, trip, catches just the heel there, but just enough to get the takedown. Now let's see if 136, is he going to try to ride and build some riding time or try to get another one?
He's trying to hold on here. Howard has built to his feet now. And there's the escape, 3-1. Howard going forward. He's been aggressive, even though it was Whiting who caught the first shot of this match. Howard's really wrestling here as they recenter.
Now Whiting here, over tie, but his thumb blocking there. You can see with that left hand. Howard coming forward.
Yeah, he is. Whiting holding his ground. Whiting's riding time just 15 seconds, by the way. 40 seconds to go here in the first. They'll stalemate it. 3-1 Whiting of Mizzou. About a half minute to go in the period. There's a shot by Howard. Whiting gets behind him. And can he take him down? Rolling through is Howard. Still no points. A big scramble. Whiting trying to get a takedown. He does. The 3 with 15 seconds to go here in the period. And they'll go out of bounds.
Great job by Whiting there to finish this one. Effort there by Howard. Almost gets out of bounds there. Whiting does a great job. Drops back down in on the legs. Stays patient. Gets behind him there. Good 3-point takedown in a dogfight, though.
13 seconds to go in the first. Whiting now with a 6-1 lead. Howard tries to get up. Does quickly. Whiting puts him back down near the edge of the mat. Whiting trying to stay in. Howard on his feet with 2-1, and that's the way the first period will end. Clayton Whiting did a nice job of staying on top there. His riding time builds to 31.
Yep, solid job here by Clayton Whiting this first period. Howard got to his feet there, but Whiting drops back down on those legs, almost put him on his back for a minute. But Whiting putting himself in great position here, Bo, to get some bonus points.
And there's going to be an escape for Whiting to make it 7-1. Howard was quick off the whistle right near the end of the first. Whiting throws Howard through. They're going to reset. 7-1 the score in favor of Clayton Whiting. Both guys going forward. Whiting coming back at Howard. Howard pressing strong. There's a shot by Howard, can't connect. They're going to go back to the middle and reset. There's a shot by Howard again. Howard has really been aggressive on the shots. Whiting catches him here.
Now Whiting with this underhook. He can score from here. Likes to go to a high crotch off this.
1 minute to go in the period.
There it is, an attempt.
And they'll go out of bounds. Whiting has built a lead here, Matt. This is something we saw in the match against Wolf of Air Force. There's a shot by Whiting. He's in on a leg again. And again to the splits is Howard. I was going to say Whiting has to keep going because remember that one was 1-1 and he sort of ran out of gas in sudden victory.
Yeah, you can't shut down. You got to keep wrestling. There's a stalemate, but I like that high single leg right there. He was changing things up right off the whistle, right to that high single. Caught Howard kind of pressuring in a little too hard.
Howard goes forward again. Whiting catches it. 30 seconds to go in this period. There's another shot by Howard, and now a re-attack by Whiting, and he's in on a leg again.
Needs to finish this one. This would be huge.
13 seconds, they go out of bounds. Yep. You can see the way that one was tilting. 11 seconds to go in the period. Whiting leads 7-1 and controls riding time at 29 seconds. And that's going to be the way the second period ends. Clayton Whiting leads at 7-1. Let's see if he tries to ride him here for 30 seconds. Would make it 8-1. He's going to need another takedown if he wants to earn a bonus point.
Yep, absolutely.
Howard to his feet quickly. Whiting holding on. And now Howard is out. Makes it 7-2. There's a shot by Whiting. In on the single leg. Needs to roll through it. Is trying to. Howard trying to wrestle tough. No points yet. Grabbing the second ankle is Whiting. Now a takedown for 3 for Whiting. Makes it 10-2 as they'll go out of bounds.
Great finish there for Whiting. As you take a look at it, he comes out the back here, but Howard had a great extra effort to get that ankle and get elevated, but Whiting able to get that ankle back and just drop in on that far ankle for the takedown.
Riding time's at 42 seconds and counting. Whiting would love to get it over a minute because then an escape doesn't mean anything, but he's not going to be able to do it yet. And there's a stall against Whiting. The riding time's at 55, by the way. 1:15 to go in the period. He's going to try to hang on for another 5 seconds. Howard's up quick, but Whiting's got him.
Yeah.
The riding time goes over a minute. And Whiting lets him go. And you can hear the bench of Missouri yelling, one more. Under a minute to go in the third. Howard goes for a shot. Can't connect. There's a shot by Whiting. He was in on a leg for a second. He tried the double leg there.
Now Whiting with this elbow control here and an underhook on the far side.
35 seconds to go. Howard with that long reach tries something, nothing doing. Still going forward is Cody Howard. Howard knows that a takedown here would save a bonus point too. Whiting going in, 15. The Hearn Center comes to its feet. The crowd loves it. Cody Whiting is going to win at 184 by the score of 11-3.
Major decision. Clawing the Tigers back into this one. It's going to make it 15-17, Bo, heading into 197.
That's just a great job by Whiting. A couple of takedowns that he finished. Gritty, and then knew the score, knew the situation, and that was good in the third period. Good situational wrestling there by Clayton Whiting, who continues to climb up the rankings.
Yeah, did a great job there. Held on to get that riding time point, and then the final takedown to secure that major decision. Now, can Rocky hold things down here for the Tigers, as he has so many times?
Last two matches are both ranked wrestlers coming in at 197. It's Andy Smith for Virginia Tech, ranked 25th, and then you hear the Rocky music. Rocky Elam for the University of Missouri comes in, ranked number 3 in the country. And Rocky is 6-0 on the year. As you may remember, had a little bit of a slow start to the season, just trying to get 100% healthy, and they feel like he is now. And so Rocky Elam has been in the lineup every time. He beat Isaiah Pettigrew of Illinois the last time out, 5-2.
He's definitely been solid, but on my eyes, you know, I wouldn't say he's back to his old Rocky ways just yet, and that might be because of the low match count. You know, he took some significant time off, but let's see if he can keep things going here.
Against Smith, who's got a high motor to start. And I think that's been a little bit of the game plan for Virginia Tech, Matt, is go early.
Yeah, it seems like it. They've been really the aggressors early, which so far this year the Tigers have normally done that.
Absolutely. Smith drops to his knees, looking for an opening. And when you're talking about the University of Missouri team, we've been saying it for Virginia Tech all night that they're long and lanky. I would say Rocky Elam is the only one that fits that bill for Mizzou. Elam goes for the double leg, tries to get a takedown here. He's trying to finish it as he's in on the ankle now of Smith. Still working.
Smith battling here.
Elam trying to put him on his back. Now he's got 2 legs. Still no points. And Smith doing a great job of playing defense. Elam trying to get the takedown, and he converts it.
Now Elam really go to work here on top. He's got Smith broke down.
We've seen this so many times. Rocky's so dangerous on top. He can just break a wrestler down for the rest of the period.
Yeah, really, both Elam brothers, you know, just built so long in their frames, you know, they're really just smothering on top.
And Rocky Elam has Andy Smith in all sorts of distress. Smith not able to do much from his stomach.
Rocky had a deep waist, looking for wrists here. Trying to get a tilt going near the edge of the mat. Smith up to his base now.
Elam still with the foot in. He's got to be careful as Smith is trying to go outside and does. What a takedown here by Rocky Elam just because he worked on it so hard and didn't give up.
Yeah, a lot of extra effort there that Elam had to go through to get that one, but did a great job securing it on the edge of the mat.
Elam in control on top as there's 20 seconds to go in the period. Riding time hits 90 seconds. He's going to have about 1:45 riding time at the end of this first. 3-0 Elam after one. Total domination from Rocky once he got the takedown. And now Rocky's going to choose bottom.
Now can Smith erase some of that riding time?
Smith covers up, and I'm not going to lie to you, looks a little tired here, Matt.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy out of you on bottom there, fighting like that.
1:39 is the riding time as Elam gets the escape point and leads 4-0.
Good snap there by Elam as Smith had a controlling tie on him.
They reset to the center. Elam looking for an opening. Smith breaks and resets as well. 1:15 to go in this period. Another snap by Elam. There's a shot by Smith, in on a leg deep. But now it looks like Rocky Elam's trying to use it and get around. He does. There's a takedown. And Elam leads at 7-0. A big move by Smith turns into 3 for Elam. And Elam's back on top and in control. Again, 7-0. The riding time continues to rise. It's over 2 minutes as they stalemate.
28 to go. Can Smith get to his feet here?
This was the shot was by Smith, and Elam just worked around it and used it to his advantage.
Yeah, nice little textbook go behind there for Elam.
Smith tried to get to he got to his knees, couldn't get to his feet, and now Elam's returning him with 15 to go in the second. Five seconds to go. No stalling call on Smith, by the way. The riding time will end at 2:36 for Rocky Elam. And Smith's going to choose neutral. As we start the third. It's 7-0 Elam here at 197.
And Elam really needs a couple of takedowns, or a takedown and a turn and a ride out to pick up a technical fall.
Which would be huge for the Tigers. There's a shot by Elam, who is in deep, but Smith plays defense. Smith goes forward. Rocky catches him. Rocky going for a takedown, but Smith laying on top. Not much action here. They'll stalemate it.
Good single leg by Elam there, but I think once he felt it, he was beat position-wise.
Yeah.
Just hold on for the stalemate.
Smith goes in on a single leg, and he's got Rocky up on one leg.
Good whizzer here for Rocky.
And Elam gets back to his feet, gets his foot out of there. The riding time point locked up.
Smith's really come alive here in this third period. Elam really needs to get to a shot of his own.
35 seconds to go. There's a shot by Rocky.
Can he drive up and into this one? Smith able to get his legs back, but a re-attack by Elam.
Now a re-attack by Smith. And Elam trying to come through the backside. 20 seconds to go. No points. Rocky Elam trying to get through for a takedown. He'll get it. That's a takedown to make it 10-0. And that's the way this one's going to end. Give him the riding time point. 11-0 for Rocky Elam.
Good major decision win there for Elam as he continues to work back from that injury.
And so that makes this duel 19-17 in favor of Missouri as we head to heavyweight.
And can Zach Elam pick up the win here? Be the anchor for the Tigers, Bo, as he has many times before.
What'd you think out of Rocky there? I mean, the thing that I liked, Matt, was it looked like he had more in the gas tank than he has earlier this year.
I would say good enough, but not great.
Okay.
Could have been better, but, you know, was dominant out there, didn't give anything up, defended shots late, picked up the takedown to end the match there. You know, would have liked to seen him work for a turn a little bit harder and get to his single leg a little bit more, but overall looked pretty good, looked healthy.
That may be the most important thing for him.
Yeah, definitely a lot of season left before March.
And so that'll take us to heavyweight. As you mentioned, it's Rocky's brother, Zach Elam, ranked number 6 at 285, taking on Hunter Katka. And this should be a good one. These guys met in the duel last year. Elam won 4-2. Katka 8-4 on the season. Meanwhile, Elam is 13-0 as they try to build him toward 100 wins, which we've talked about before. He beat number 9 Luke Luffman by a 1-0 decision in the last duel against Illinois. So here we go, Elam taking on Katka.
Elam right off the bat shoves Katka backwards a couple feet and trying to get his head down. Elam
looks like he's a little aggressive today.
Yeah, I was going to say real aggressive to start here.
Again, the duel does hang in the balance. It's 19-17 Missouri. As Katka throws Elam by as the two come together.
Elam fighting hard for that collar tie here. Katka over tie thumb block.
Elam really staying high here, Matt. Katka going lower.
Yeah, I think Elam would really love it if Katka would take a shot.
Yeah.
Elam great defensively. But Elam needs to stay in there, needs to hand fight, get some angles, get to that good swing single he's got.
Gets in close here. Halfway through the first. There's an attempt by Elam, but Katka runs out of it.
Gets his head down here. And he's over that arm. He's good here, Bo.
Elam trying to pull Katka to the ground. Trying to work on something here.
Can he get this far ankle underneath?
Still holding tight. Katka back to his legs. Still a minute to go in the period. Katka trying to go on for a single against Elam.
He's got it.
And that's going to be a 3-point takedown for Zach Elam. Right near the edge of the mat. Waited and waited and waited and got that ankle.
Got this wrist here. 30 seconds to go. Can he get a tilt here? Big takedown by Elam there. If he could get the right out here, that really puts things in his court for these last 2 minutes, because Zach Elam is a guy that a lot of people don't want to go underneath, Bo.
Elam's headgear came off, still 10 seconds to go. And they'll give the escape and they go out of bounds. Katka escapes with 9 seconds to go. Here's the takedown, Matt. Just as you described, he needed to grab that ankle and did.
Yeah, he's really good in that position once he gets that front headlock. And Katka, he avoided it for quite a while, but Elam stayed patient there and eventually was able to get it near the edge of the mat.
Riding time went to 43 seconds in favor of Elam. So Elam leads it after 3-1. Elam's going to choose down to begin the second period. Katka will come and cover. Let's see what Zach Elam can do here, as Katka wants the riding time to go down. It does about 7 seconds, and now we're back to neutral. 4-1 in favor of Zach Elam after the escape. The last time Elam got close to Katka was when he attacked. They got on real tight, and Elam was able to finish the shot.
Katka being a little more aggressive now. Has a solid collar tie here. Both kind of just squeezing in that position.
They break free and reset. 1 minute to go here in the second. Katka goes for a shot, catches a leg. Elam has the ankle. Can he break free and come around? He does for 3. Takedown for Zach Elam, who leads it now 7-1 and builds the riding time again. Just like you said, he waited for a shot. Katka took it, and Elam caught him.
Needs to keep driving forward here, keep the weight on Katka's hands.
Riding time goes over a minute. $15 to go in the period. 7-1 in favor of Zach Elam. Now 5. Second period's going to come to an end with Zach Elam. Another takedown leads it 7-1. Here's a look at it, Matt.
Yeah, Katka in on this shot, just gets too extended. Elam gets the corner, gets the ankle, steps over, 3-point takedown. Looks like we had a little blood time here on Katka's face.
Yep. They'll look at it. They'll clean up the mat. Katka says he's all right. Looks like maybe just a bloody nose.
Looks like it might be.
Or is it a lip again?
Look, he's got a nose plug there,
you're
so
right.
it was a nose.
So we go to the third. The riding time for Elam at 1:22. They started neutral here, which was Katka's decision. So 7-1 in favor of Zach Elam. Again, Missouri leads the duel 19-7. It's been a good one here tonight.
Collar tie for both men. High single attempt there for Katka.
Katka knows he has to go, trailing by 6. And Elam knows that he's got to continue to go forward, not get any stall calls. No warnings given on either wrestler yet. Katka goes for a shot, can't connect. There's a shot by Katka, and he's in pretty deep. Elam's trying to catch him, does. Boy, that was a good shot by Katka, but he couldn't finish it.
Yeah, great sprawl there by Elam. Now we're back in this front headlock situation. But this time, Elam not over that right arm of Katka.
They go out of bounds, and we'll go back to the middle with 35 seconds to go. Now a half a minute left. And it looks like the headgear came off again.
Maybe broken.
That's what I was going to say. I got to wonder if it's broken now.
Little repair job. Looks like it might have been just a pad on one of the straps. Elam with the old school headgear there.
Yeah, he'll take that off and button back up. With 20 seconds to go. It's going to be a hard-fought duel here. And the headgear comes off again. Two really good teams. Now 12 seconds.
He's not pulling it off himself.
And Elam trying to fix his headgear here.
Just finished his final 12 seconds. They'll stand up, and the Elam brothers are going to lead Missouri to victory by winning the final 2 matches. Zach Elam will win this one 8-1, and the Tigers will win the duel 22-17.
What a battle tonight, Bo. You know, both teams saw their share of upsets in this matchup. But as you said, the Elams bringing it home for the Tigers tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, between the Elams and Whiting, when they knew that they had to win, and they come through in the final 3 weight classes, and Missouri stays perfect on the season as they move to 6-0. And Matt, you know, this is already 5 home dual meets for the Tigers. They only have 1 left, and that's in February. So it's going to be a while before we see them again here at the Hearns.
Absolutely. That one will be a big one, though. Always a highly contested matchup with Oklahoma State, but a lot of wrestling in between now and then.
Yeah, the Tigers will hit the road, but they'll be back here on February 4th. That'll be Sunday at 1 p.m., and we'll have it for you. It was a really good duel here tonight between 2 really good wrestling teams, and Missouri comes away victorious by the final count of 22-17. For my partner, Matt Manley, and our great crew behind the scenes, my name is Bo Bayman. We want to thank you for watching college wrestling right here on FloWrestling. So long from Columbia, Missouri.